there, my name is Chris and welcome to my channel where today I will be reviewing 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days Season 3 Episode 1. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for being here. My name is Chris and I often review pop culture topics and or television shows I'm watching. Entertainment stuff. I also have a beauty channel, it's called Vanity Farah, and if you want to check that out, go ahead. Anyway, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being on this road with me. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded an edited video in a second, but your girl has been traveling and, tried to keep in touch with the lives, and I appreciate everyone who showed up. God bless you. I love you so much. Let's get into this. You guys, this season is going to be so good. Ah, my God. I'll be honest, you didn't see me for a second because it got a little overwhelmed. There was too many stuff happening. There was too many Love After Lockups, too many 90 days. It was impossible. People like Wah, I don't even know how she does it, honey. I really don't, but God bless her. I love her. If you come from Wah, if you know Wah, Wah's great. We sat down and watched this season, of course, because Angela and Michael, I'm gonna be very honest, because Angela and Michael, I was like, this is must-watch TV. Something bananas happened. 2 hours went by. 2 hours went by with no Angela and Michael, and this one didn't notice. She didn't notice, okay? She didn't know that happened. I forgot to say this, but I broke my ring light and one's getting mailed to me. So I'm in my bedroom, so you can get full and natural lighting. So if you're like, what is this place? What is this magical champagne fantasy? It's Chris Farah's bedroom. Not everyone's invited. Going back to the show, this is everything I want because these are mostly new people and the new people aren't fake yet. You know what I'm saying? They're just brand new, naive freshmen in high school. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what's to become, and so this is where they're at their best. They're most innocent, they're most real, they're most authentic. Okay, so first couple is Rebecca and Zaid. I'm Arab and I don't even know how to say his name. It's cool. Anyway, Rebecca is very interesting. She's 47. She's a grandma. My God, God bless. That's a young grandma. And she's fun. I can tell she's a riot. She's a hard one because I'm you're hot. Wherever you live, you're fun, I can tell because of the hair, you make fun choices and you stick to them, you're committed, you're adventurous, you're a free spirit, you're cute. There's not kind of a parade of divorcees that are just knocking on your door or at least trying to buy you a drink at the watering hole. I'm surprised, Rebecca. I like you a lot. Here's the thing, Rebecca. Yes, of course you need to dye your hair 2 colors at most, honey, a base and some highlights. And also, baby boo, you're coming off of a situation just like this, and you have grandkids at 47, but grandkids, you've lived a life. You lived many lives. Let's get it together. I don't feel like this is for you, honey. I don't feel like it's for you. And I think that you should have learned a little bit. And sometimes the universe gives us lessons and will continue to give us lessons till we do learn. And I think we are watching that unfold. Anyway, okay. She's an 80s party girl, out of a John Hughes film, and he's a pouty, wannabe Zoolander from Tunisia. That's who they are. She's a PI, honey. Her favorite thing to do is put the GPS on the car. She rolls underneath it. Like a mechanic at AutoZone. She puts it on and she feels the rush. Like a shoplifter. She's ooh, ooh. She's rolls out, you know what I'm saying? What if she ever got caught? What if some dude was lady, the hell, get out of my car. She'd be oh, I thought I lost my reading glasses. What? I don't know. Also, isn't that illegal? Maybe not. I don't really know. But here's the thing. She is a PI, which means that she literally catches men doing bad stuff all the time. And so you would think someone who does that has a natural distrust of men. And this lady, no. I just love the fact that she literally had her own ass-in situation. A guy from Morocco, but he came over, and then just Muhammad, she is a mixture of people's stories. Danielle and Nicole together. He cheated on her. She found it out because, that's what she does for a living, is literally find cheaters. I wonder if he knew that. I wonder if he was just she won't find me. But I wonder if that started her on the chain, or was she already doing it? So many questions and so little answers. I really need to know everything. There should be a prequel where we find out what happened with that dude. Where is that dude? Can that dude come at the finale? Here's the other thing about Rebecca, she loves Snapchat. I mean, we all do, but she loves it. Honey, at some point very soon, we're all just gonna live in a situation where we can have filters over our faces. And at some point, Gwyneth Paltrow is gonna sell like a filter Gwyneth Paltrow's face that women can just wear. And it's gonna be like, she got goop face. She basically just puts filters on Snapchat over herself and then takes pictures, downloads them, sends it to him as if it's really her. Case in point, hi, that's, whoa, hi, not her. Nah, it's not her. I mean, I'm just saying, that's a different person. She also then got these pictures and then selfies he sent her and then put them side by side in frames in her house. And then got a mug made of his face. She loves his face. She loves his pouty lips, honey. She loves his green eyes. She's obsessed, okay? The other crazy thing is that he sends like lots of emojis in his texts to her, and she just equates all those emojis to being really super emotional and into her, when like, no, those are just emojis. Like, he literally just pressed a button. He has a crazy accent. He has an accent like a cartoon fake lover. Oh my God, I love you so much. I love you more. I am all for you all my life. You are my life. She's like, she's all about it. She cannot get enough of it, honey. She's in it to win it. She almost cries. It moves her to tears. She loves him that much. I mean, girl, she's 14. Just kidding, she's 47. She goes to a honky-tonk bar with her daughter and her daughter's husband, and they try and like knock some sense into her, but guess what? No sense will be knocked.
No sense will be knocked.
The son-in-law's like, you can't just like think that he's like exactly who he says he is. Like, you have to think about the fact that it's kind of weird that he's like talking to you and like he might not be who he says. She's like, don't even tell me that, I can't hear it. You know, she's like, where are you? This is Earth. Come back. Paging Rebecca. She then FaceTimes him and then like they talk or whatever, and she's like, tell me when I come, like, what will you do? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, how will we spend our time? And he'll be like, I'll just be showing you how much I love you. I mean, like buying her things or bleeding for her. But of course we find out something about Rebecca. A little secret. Here's the thing. Rebecca hasn't filed for divorce yet. So if you thought that maybe she'd be like mad at the Moroccan guy and be trying to like get him deported, not really, because you'd have to get divorced to do that, and she's not in any rush. In fact, she didn't even like file until right before she leaves. And maybe you're thinking, okay, Rebecca, well, if it's a big deal to him that you're not married because it's gonna make him look bad in his religion if he's seen with you like as a married woman, I don't know, just put off your like vacation a couple weeks. But not Rebecca. She makes great decisions. Moving on. Next person. I'm introduced to Caesar. Okay, Caesar is the new HBIC of 90 Day Fiance. Caesar is a nail tech from Jackson, South Carolina, okay? And he learned nail teching at an Asian salon through his high school girlfriend, who's obviously Asian from the picture, even though he blurred out her face. We like, God bless. And picked up this career craft. He's been working it. Loves it. Foot fetish person, right? I mean, I don't know. Come on, maybe. I don't know. But probably. And he, on a dating website, a premium dating website, mail order bride. Hi, it's called AnastasiaDating.com or Anastasia.com. I went to it. It's very interesting. It really is pictures of nerdy men and hot girls, okay? He has met Maria in the Ukraine, honey, and she is hot. Even though she's hot, she still does the Snapchat filters. It's a full-on epidemic, I guess, sweeping the world. No one likes her face anymore. She sends him often videos. She loves giving him the pet names, you know. Doesn't like his real name, Caesar, I guess. Too hard to remember. So just constantly is like, my baby, my husband, my baby, you know. And sends it to him. I know that she's saving it on Snapchat and obviously filming it on Snapchat. And I also know when you do that, you can just send it to anyone. You can send it to anyone your Snapchat list. You can send it to anyone you have the video to. So she's, you know, she can really bang those videos out and send them to like 300 guys. Make a killing. She's been stringing him along 5 years. He gives her $800 a month. He's given her over $40,000. He's a manicurist. Did I say that? I don't know if I did. Square around. You know what I'm saying? Gel. Okay, and I'm just saying, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. He has tried to meet up with her 3 times. Every time, something happens. The travel agency took her money, which was his money. She didn't have something on her passport. He confides in one of his clients, Amanda, who comes in to get a pedicure. Amanda is all eyebrows, no lips. I'm just gonna say, I love her so much, and I will say this, you just gotta like ombre the front of your eyebrow. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ombre this part of the eyebrow has to be an ombre so that it's not a harsh box. And so just like if you know anyone that has those, I don't know, send them this video. Just be like, yeah, I love this show, watch it. And then they'll see this part and they'll know why you sent them here. Honey Caesar just spends his days using a Bowflex to sit down and put his shoes on, biking to work, making women feel beautiful, coming home and giving all of his money to this woman in the Ukraine. He keeps saying like all he wants most in life is just a chance to see her. It's heavy. Here's the thing. I like to think that Caesar's gonna get mad play from being on this show because he's like so sweet, right? And he can do nails. So sweet and can do nails. He's a catch. He'd give you everything. However, Maria does not deserve him. He buys a ticket to go to Ukraine and then he calls her and she's like, I don't want you to come here. And he's like, why? I want to like meet you and your family and all your friends I've seen. She's like, it's cold here. It's freezing and so it's bad time. You know, come on, better time. Let's go somewhere else like Mexico. So now you buy me a ticket and you change your ticket and now we stay at a resort in Mexico. It's warm there. That's what I want. And so he wires her money, and when the producers are like, why don't you just buy her ticket? He's like, because I trust her. And it's like, but why was that even brought up? Like, did she say that you didn't trust her when you offered to just buy the ticket, so she guilted you to send the money? And yeah, maybe because she manipulates him like hell in this conversation. So then he calls her and is like, did you get the money? And she's like, well, have you read the news? I can't do an accent, whatever. I can't do like a Russian accent. Have you read the news? I can't do whatever, God bless. It's not Russian, it's like Ukraine. I know this. And he's like, well, no. And he's like, you know, hold on. Does he read the news? I mean, you know, who knows? She's like, well, Russia just attacked us. You know, it's martial law. We can't go anywhere. Our president is, I can't even tell you in English. It's so, you know what? I'm just going to email you. And he's like, we're going to go to Mexico. Like, and she's like, well, I can't even buy the ticket. And he's like, you got the money, but you haven't bought the ticket? And I don't understand why she can't do it online. She's like, and she makes it seem like she has to go out somewhere to buy the ticket and that she can't anymore. Like they locked down the whole city even though she went out and got the money. Obviously, that's crazy. And then she's like, you don't understand. You're just like a stupid American. You're just sitting in your couch, lazy, and you don't know what's happening in my world, in my world. And like, and he feels bad, which is what she wanted. And then he cries. Not before he's like, I'll make it right. I'll try and get you out of there. And she's like, how? How, you stupid. You just see him break down. It's hard. Up next is Aubrey and Omar. Aubrey, 6 months ago, was an all-American girl doing gymnastics and cheerleading, just like living her life, honey, her teenage fantasy. And then she got interested in Islam. And then she started on a Muslim dating site. And now she's Muslim, dating some guy in Syria. And her family is like, what? Let's talk about this. What happened? What are we not saying? What happened 6 months ago? Why isn't she doing cheerleading anymore? Why isn't she doing gymnastics anymore? Like, did something happen? What's not being said? When she went on that dating website, Omar put himself like living in America, so she thought she just met this hot guy, but of course he lives in Syria. And so everyone's like, did he do that on purpose? And she's like, but I fell in love with him. And then she goes to a place where she's like, I'm just gonna move there because he can't come here. But in order to do that, I have to get married. And so I'm gonna bring my mom, but we can't even go into Syria, so we're gonna go to Beirut. And then we're gonna get married, and she thinks I'm gonna come back home with her, but I'm just gonna stay in Syria. It's war-torn Syria. I've never known anything like it. I know how to do a back handspring round tuck. Can I back handspring round tuck my way to safety in Syria? I am Syrian. I'm Syrian, Lebanese, Palestinian. That is what I am. So I wouldn't go to Syria. I've been to Beirut. I wouldn't go to Syria. Not right now. Are you kidding me? I don't even know what? No, it's not the time. Not the, no. Not right now. I do like the fact they call each other king and queen. I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna be all negative. But then we meet her mom. You know, her mom comes in with Domino's, pepperoni for some, not for her. And the mom is coming in hot, just like the pizza, because she is not happy the fact that like her daughter is Muslim and marrying this dude. Not happy at all. Her brother, also skeptical, because yeah, she was a vegetarian not nearly like a couple months ago, and he saw that girl going up to her room with plates of Popeyes. She loves that chicken from Popeyes. I mean, I do too. Biscuit's so good with the gravy. Oh, Popeyes gravy. There's like sausage bites in it. The mom is gonna bring her to Beirut though. It's kind of shocking, and I wonder if there's some guilt there. And she says like, okay mom, do you wanna like learn like some Arabic? Just like, you know, mabruk is like hi, or like shukran, thank you. And she's like, I'm American. It's obvious. I only speak American. It's not even learning a whole language. If you take a cup from someone, you're just gonna look at them and be like, you're not gonna be like, shukran. I guess not. Honey. Then Avery has to go meet more Islamophobic people. Great, her family friends that are like ministers. And then she drops the bomb on them. Oh, that's what Wah said. In our live, that's what Wah said. That's so funny. It kept with me. And I remember being like, it's a funny choice of words. Anyway, so then she's like, yeah, I'm gonna live in Syria, so don't tell mom. And they're like, I mean, I'm gonna text her right now, but like, you go on ignorantly thinking I'm just gonna do whatever you want me to do. Then we're on to Darcy and Jesse. No, Darcy and Jesse's what she keeps talking about. Darcy and Jesse. Tom. But it's Jesse. That's the majority of who she talked about, so. Honey, let's catch up with Darcy. Darcy now lives with Stacy and they're living their lives, honey. They're just like peas in a pod, literally, because they were people in a womb together and that's how they live together. Darcy is totally over Jesse. No, just kidding. She talks about him 24/7 and her kids are still like, oh God. Yeah. We know that was hard, Mom. We were there. Every step of the way. But here's her story. So she met Tom on Facebook and he was dating someone and then she was dating Jesse, and so they didn't really had a chance to like explore that relationship. When she realized that he never loved her and she left him, Tom was there for her by messaging her. And slowly, you know, over video chat one night as she was looking at him, drunk I'm sure, looked into those eyes and a very familiar feeling, nausea, came up. And then she realized also, love. So now she's real into Tom, but doesn't want to be desperate about it. So she's not. Her and Stacy just like live a life of like swatching lip glosses together, obviously like promoting some line. And by the way, they look like very watery situations. You know, I wouldn't say it was a great swatch. Their house looks a little fake, like in a way that TLC is maybe paying for it. Like maybe TLC is going to use this setup for like them and their own show a little bit, is how I would describe it. Plus she's doing pillow talk, so like they're paying for that set too. But her sis is on her. Don't use an old pair of eyelashes, use a fresh pair, Darcy. I'm gonna take it one step further and girls, you love them. It's obvious. Instead of like using a House of Lashes strip or like a Lily Lashes strip or a Huda Beauty strip like 15 times, why not just go ahead and just get some extensions? You're gonna love them. They're not for everyone, but they're for them. But anyway, she goes bowling with the girls. She does not want to be desperate with him, and yet she like immediately is like, I see you're online. What are you doing there, handsome? 8 p.m. in London, what's happening? While they're bowling though, like she knocks down 3 pins on her second round, like the second time. And she's like, oh my God, it's a sign. It wasn't a strike nor a spare, like not even close. Not even like, oh, there's like 2 pins up left, like 2 goalposts or something. No, it's like she knocked down a couple of pins the second time and she thought that was a sign that her relationship was gonna go well, which means that every other time she threw a ball in that game, she got no points. But then we get the scene of scenes. Darcy and Stacy go to the lip doctor because their lips are sick. They need a cure. But they do a lot of things with this doctor, honey. They do like some sort of like radial frequency fat sculpting situation, and then they like put fillers underneath their eyes so that like you don't get like a sunken feeling, or like if you have dark circles, it helps with that. I want it. And they also did, I haven't gotten it though. And they also did, I've never gotten fillers, which is fine. I mean, no shade, but like they also got fillers in their lips, which is obvious, like we know that happens all the time. But this lip doctor also got Stacy and Darcy to come out together, honey, in matching fur jackets. They are living their lives. It feels like together they're powerful, like some sort of like superhero team, you know, like they are a show, and this shot alone makes me know TLC knows it. They know it. Darcy looks at her finished face and she goes, I'm ready for love. Now I'm ready for love. Then Darcy starts to cry in typical Darcy fashion, and she's like, you know, Tom could be the one. Stacy starts to cry. Darcy tells Stacy that she's 44, and Stacy's like, I know, I was there. I know how old you are. We're twin sisters. So got it. Then yeah, we have this video chat where she calls him and she's like, I'm natural. Hi, how are you? She talks about Jesse to him a lot, to the point where he has to be like, let's stop talking about this man, my God, woman. And then a very awesome part where she's like, well, what's gonna happen? Are you gonna, when I come to visit you, are you gonna pick me up from the airport with a banner and flowers? I want it. And he's like, no, I'm gonna have a driver for you. Because I don't want to smell your breath. Ugh, after you're gonna like come off a plane, all that time on a plane, I don't trust you with your like garlic breath, your garlic pizza steak breath. No way. You're gonna be gross. I'm looking at you now and I can only imagine. She's like, that sounds better. Way more romantic. That's more my style. That's all I've ever wanted is a guy who is romantic. Then we meet Tim of Tim and Jennifer. Timothy, honey. Tim is interesting. He has an interesting look, honey. He's flashy, likes a fancy car, fancy shoes, wants to put out an image of success out there. Of course, this is masking what is underneath it all, like an insecure, nerdy guy who made some money and now gets better. You know, and he found a niche, which is like, he makes interesting artistic guns. They look cool. I don't even like guns. He waxes his eyebrows and he should lay it off a little bit. And they are too waxed. And he works out, and that's where I think he can step it up a notch. Here's the thing, if you're just gonna show a scene of you in a gym saying that you work out when it's obvious, and I mean obvious, that you do not, I mean don't. I mean, you're gonna have the audacity to say you work out and you bring your brother there as if he's a personal trainer and that man like lifts kegs on the weekends, and you're gonna sit there and then try and like curl 6 pounds total, 3 pounds here, 3 pounds here. What? What? Why not have him in like a scene of him like crafting his guns? Or like him and his brother like throwing back some beers on family time. Now, let's meet Jennifer. She hot. She hot as okay, from Colombia, and she has a daughter, Violet. And honey, did I say she's hot? Because she's real hot and pouty. She knows it. My God, she's fiery and Latina, and that's how he likes them. Now, one thing about him, his ex fiance is Veronica, and Veronica has a child, Chloe, and was 1 year old when they started dating, and he just stepped into that daddy role, honey, and raised that kid, which is a beautiful thing. It makes, you know, every time you hear that, you're like, oh my God, you're a lovely person. And also a little bit of a beta male, right? In the sense, not because of that, but also because she like, his ex rules him. Like she intimidates him, and she's like, she has him still like in a place that isn't healthy for him. He feels tied to her and the child in a way that makes it hard for him to like move on with his life if you're not going to be together. He will always be in Chloe's life and he always can give her things, but you know, like you have to understand that he is not technically supposed to be your child's father. You have to take on some responsibility that this man has done a lot and will continue to do a lot, but you can't make more demands of him. Anyway, the reason why he likes Jennifer, because she's hot, is because she's outgoing, down to earth, and a good mother. Because she's outgoing, down to earth, and a good mother. We see a cute scene where they go like go-karting with like him and Chloe and like Veronica, and then we see their dynamic, which Veronica just like tells him what to do and he does it. And at one point he's talking to Veronica, is like, she is a model, and Veronica's like, Instagram model, okay, an Instagram model, it's not a model, you know. And he's like, don't hate. And it's like, yeah, of course she's gonna hate. And you probably had Tim in the palm of your hand for so many years. It's probably so threatening. Life's hard. She's like, I worry about a change in our dynamic. Where do Chloe and I fit into your life? And it's like, as an ex-girlfriend, because you're not married, you were never married, so like an ex-girlfriend where he's very close to your daughter is how you guys fit into each other's lives, is how. And then he gets to make a life with a new person and have kids of his own. I think that he's always going to be a father to Chloe, always, but you also have to give him the room and energy and breath to breathe and experience life. Like, you don't own this man. And I guess she has caused problems in previous relationships, so it's like she has a pattern. Anyway, so then he FaceTimes Jennifer and she's like so pouty and she's like, hi. And he's like, hi, I bought you and Violet things. And she's like, great, great. Remember when you told me that you wanted to buy me fashion? I found this beautiful dress. And he's like, how much is it? She's like, $500. And he's like, American? And he's like, dollars, aye. You know, and then he's like, well, send me a link. And she's like, okay. I mean, I love it. Listen, he said he knows that when you're with an attractive person, that they need some validation, they need some love, they need, like, you know, you to show them affection and stuff like that. He knows he's not the hottest guy in the world. And so for that, like, to show love, to show appreciation for her attention and beauty and company, he buys her things. That sounds great. I'm in it. Makes sense. I want attention all the time. If you, like, aren't giving me attention, it's bad. It's bad news. On to the next. You guys, that's all I have. Can you believe it? I did it. Oh my God. I'm so excited for this season. We still have two couples we haven't been introduced to. One other couple where it's like a guy and a girl, is a white guy and like a black girl, and she's from some country. And then there's Angela and Michael. And at one point she talks about having a baby with someone else's eggs. I'm the happiest person in the whole world. Join me on this journey, won't you? I'm so pumped. I can't even express it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, I am at Chris L. Farah. The L is for lavender, which is right now my diffuser in the air, honey. Anyway, I appreciate you so much. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art. Bye.